Everything a girl does that is considered sexy can fall into one of two categories. The first is that she knows it's sexy, and the second is the thing she does that she doesn't know is sexy. But when a girl does something and she doesn't realize how attractive that thing is, those are the things that make a guy really like a girl. Like even the girl I was talking about in my last video, when we were on that date, there was something she was doing that I was such a fan of. And I wanted to tell her what it was, but the problem is that if I tell her I like when she does that thing, it takes away some of the beauty of it. Which is why today I wanted to make a video talking about things that girls do that they don't realize guys like. Basically the things that guys secretly love and that they probably won't tell you, but that's why I'm here. That being said, I'm not gonna give away the things that I personally like about girls who I've met. I'm gonna say things that are a little more general, things that you might be able to relate to a little bit, things that you've probably done that you didn't think were attractive at the time, but in reality they actually were. And you're probably thinking it's hard to come up with a list like this. Actually, I have a list of like 20 things and I picked 7 just for this video specifically. So if you want me to make a part 2 to this video in the future, give this video a thumbs up down below. When we get 2,000 thumbs up, I will make a part 2. Why only 2,000 thumbs up? Because I feel like that's a pretty realistic goal and I want to make this next video. In fact, I'll even take it a step further. For every 2,000 likes this video gets, I'll make another part to this series. So if this video gets 10,000 thumbs up, I will make 5 parts to this series. I don't even care. Anyway, I'm excited. I hope you're excited. So with that being said, let's get into 7 things that girls do without realizing guys love. This first one has to do with, let's say you're going out with a guy, and let's say you guys are talking, you're at a party, wherever. A lot of people think that if they want to show someone that they like them, they're gonna spend all their time with them. And if you guys go to a party, you know, you'll hang with them the whole night. It is so much more sexy if I'm with a girl and she doesn't feel like she has to be attached to me the entire night. If a girl can actually go and like talk to other people at a party and we can be separate for a little bit, and maybe she's talking to another guy and then she looks over at me and winks at me or gives me a little smirk or something like that. Those are all really sexy things that a girl can do because they're showing that even though she's not next to you all the time, she doesn't have to be like completely needy and attached to you. She's still thinking about you when she's talking to other people as well. That's like a really good balance of like not being too needy but also not being too distant as well. It's like that perfect mix. Bonus points if you let him check you checking him out. Like that just makes a guy feel sexy, you know what I mean? And any girl that makes a guy feel sexy, he's gonna want to be around that girl a little bit more. Now, the second one that I want to talk about, I know I'm gonna get some comments down below, y'all aren't gonna agree with me, but there is something that is extremely attractive about a girl when she gets sweaty. You're probably thinking, ooh, I'm a mess, I'm gross, don't look at me. And trust me, at the same time, that guy doesn't want to do anything more than check you out. I think it has something to do with the fact that when a girl is like sweaty and she looks like she's been like putting a lot of work in, it just reminds us of other things that a girl could get sweaty doing with us specifically. And not only that, it's also one of those things where it's like if you were working out and like you're trying to like take care of yourself, it shows that you didn't half-ass it, like you put your whole ass into that workout. And honestly, if you want to get a guy to like you more, find specific things that you guys can do together that can make you both sweaty. I know what that sounds like I'm implying. I was actually trying to imply go to the gym together, but you know, I understand your mind probably went somewhere else. I don't blame you, because so did mine halfway through that sentence. Now the next thing that I want to actually talk about, this one kind of relates to like the last one a little bit, and it has to do with girls who are very passionate about like yoga or being flexible and being healthy. Now you're probably thinking, oh okay, obviously guys are gonna like that, but there's actually a couple different layers to it. Number one, it's sexy because a girl that's flexible, you know, look, we got the obvious reasons. But also, if someone is flexible, it actually means that they are able to dedicate themselves to doing something that is good for their health, and they don't just do it for a day, they've actually done it for a long period of time. They can commit to something long term. Unless they were just born flexible and they've just always been, then that's kind of annoying. It's kind of like when you meet someone and they can eat anything they want and they never gain a pound, but you eat one french fry from McDonald's and you gain like 5 pounds. Like, screw you, you should be suffering with the rest of us. But usually someone who likes to stretch and someone who does stretch a lot, it means they care about their bodies, that you have another passion, something like yoga or something like that. And anytime you're able to stretch and like basically turn yourself into a pretzel, like a guy is going to like that. He's gonna look at you like a snack, no pun intended. Now this next one, I've asked other guys if they agree with me on this because I felt like this was something that applied to me, but I asked other guys and every single one of them agreed with me on this, so I know I'm not the only one, but for some reason, when a girl gets embarrassed about something small, that's just so cute. Mainly because, like, anytime someone gets embarrassed, they're thinking everyone else is, like, judging them. 90% of the time, they're not judging you, they're just imagining how they would feel if they were in your shoes, and they actually have sympathy, they have empathy for you. One of the two, I forget which one's which. But it's like when you see a girl and she gets a little embarrassed over something that's not really that big of a deal, it's like, I don't know, it's like, oh, she has feelings. It's like when a girl gets embarrassed, you see like this innocent side of her showing, and you're like, oh, I wanna help you. I don't know, I guess it makes you like more relatable, it makes us feel like you're more human. I don't know what it is, but it's really attractive. Another emotion actually that's like really attractive, and again, I don't know why, but when a girl gets frustrated over the little things. Again, I'm saying the little things because if it's actually something that's like a big deal, probably not something that you want to like be like, oh, when she feels terrible about herself, that's attractive. But it's when they get frustrated about little things that don't actually matter in the long run, which you could argue everything in the long run doesn't really matter, but let's not get philosophical. Like, let's say I'm taking a girl to McDonald's and she wants to get a McFlurry. She says, I want to get a small McFlurry. I go tell the guy, yeah, she'll have a large McFlurry. And then the guy on the other end, he goes, yeah, sorry, the ice cream machine's broken. Because they say that every goddamn time. If she gets a little frustrated over that, to be honest, it's kind of cute. I don't know why terrible emotions like feeling embarrassed or frustrated, I don't know why they're attractive, but I'm just telling you like the truth, like I'm not like sugarcoating it. So those are both very attractive. But this next one, I think this one is one that everyone can relate to and understand why. But let's say you have a pet dog, and I go over to your house and you show me how much you love your pet dog and you're playing with your puppy, and I can just see how much love you put into that little puppy. I am instantly going to be incredibly attracted to you. I think it's just like the whole nurturing, loving, caregiving vibe. It's just something that we look for in someone that we want to date. Like if you have a puppy and you don't love the shit out of that puppy, as not only is that not a turn on, I'm actually kind of freaked out. I'm not sure why. If you relate to that, feel free to let me know. But yeah, it's just something that specifically applies to dogs. It doesn't really apply to any other animal. Maybe like other furry animals, like if you have a bunny or if you have a cat. I don't know. Anything furry. If you have like a pet snake, like, yeah, that's cool and all. Personally, I'm not gonna be turned on by you loving your little scaly friend over there. I'm good. You just keep the snake on the other side of the room and everything's gonna be fine. I don't know, no offense if you have a pet snake. I'm sure your snake is amazing. It's just that is not gonna be a turn on for me. Actually, can you guys let me know, am I being too honest? Like, is that something I shouldn't say in a video? I don't know, I'm trying to like make sure I don't cross any lines. Because I know thousands of people are gonna see this and I'm sure one of them is gonna have a pet snake, and if you do, I'm sorry, I'm sure you're an amazing person, but like just focus on the other 6 things that make someone attracted, because that one, I don't know, just not a turn on. No offense if you have a pet snake, it's just like, I don't know, there's something more attractive about a girl that has a puppy than a girl who has a reptile. That's just me. So like, you can let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below, but yeah, long story short, if you don't have a pet puppy, get a pet puppy. And this last one that I want to talk about, I saved the best for last because this one is by far the most attractive thing that you can do out of these 7. Actually, that's not true. It depends on the guy, but I think this one for me is the most attractive. But I saved it to the end because I don't want to reward the people who only watch the first couple ones and then click off. I want to reward the people who watch all the way to the end of the video. But it's really simple. It's anytime you go out on a date with them that you put in just a little effort. Here's what I mean. Let's say you and a guy have a plan to go out on Friday. If the guy calls you to schedule the plans, if he's the one who's picking you up, if he's the one taking you to the movies, if he's the one who's buying the tickets, if he's the one buying the snacks, that's all. There's nothing wrong with that. That's completely fine. That's his way of saying, hey, look, I'm not cheap. I want to take care of you. I don't mind. However, out of all these things that he's doing for you on the date, if you just do one of those things, one of those many things that he's doing for you, it's gonna make him feel so much better about doing everything else. Like, you just have to do one of those things. Maybe instead of waiting for him to call you to schedule and make plans, just call him first and make plans. If you don't want to do that, that's fine. Offer to drive to his place. If you don't want to do that, that's fine. He can pick you up once you guys get there. Offer to pay for the snacks. If you don't want to do that, if you don't want to do anything, I mean, it's up to you. It's just, you know, I'm just trying to give you good advice. Also, if you constantly expect him to do everything for you forever, you probably suck, and that's not gonna be a good relationship. And literally just doing one of those things, it just goes such a long way. Because it's not about you paying, it's about you showing him, hey, I'm not cheap. This isn't a you taking me out on a date thing. This is an us going on a date together thing. This is a we're a team thing. And that's just one of those things that really stand out to guys. By the way, if there's a guy you like, if there's a guy who you want to have in your life more, I decided to make something very special for everyone who stayed until the end of this video. I was bored the other day and I just made a list of 7 questions that I'm going to give you guys completely for free, and it's 7 things that you can ask anyone that instantly make them feel more connected to you. So I have a link in the description down below if that's something you want to have. Literally just 7 phrases, 7 questions, ask them anytime, anywhere, and instantly you're going to have an amazing thing to talk about. It's going to connect you to them on a deeper level. If that's something you want me to send to you, click the link in the description down below and I'm going to personally email it to you. So the question is, which of those 7 do you notice yourself doing the most? Which one can you see yourself doing more in the future? Feel free to answer in the comment section down below, because literally typing makes you remember that thing, and then maybe next time you're on a date you'll forget 6, but you'll remember 1 and you can do that. But anyway, if this is your first time ever watching one of my videos and you don't hate my face, feel free to subscribe because I make videos like this every single week. And guys, that's really all I've got to say on it, so thanks for watching and I'll see you guys next week. Peace.